I created the hardest game ever. That's you. To beat the game, all you have to do is roll your little ball into the basket at the end of each level. Looks easy, right? Think again. If you fall off the map, you die. If you touch a red object, you die. And if you run out of time, yeah, you die. The first few levels might seem pretty simple, but don't worry, it gets hard pretty quickly. I had my own family playtest my game. They couldn't get past level 3. Even I couldn't finish level 8, and I'm the one who made it. Anyway, this game is still looking pretty empty. I mean, look at that. There's nothing there. Kind of like my bank account. So, let's add some decorations. I'll start with the main menu, because come on, this looks like pure garbage. After a few hours of painfully intense 3D modeling, I got this. I'd say the moving objects look pretty good, and by my standards, this is a masterpiece. Oh, I also realized that this game really needs a better name. I'm sure my game must be so sad. Even after 4 months of development, I haven't given it a name? Well, that changes now. Oh, looks like I got some suggestions. Name should be Rolling Hunt, and name the game Rolling Runner. Okay. Interesting suggestions. I noticed that you both used the word rolling in your titles. So did I. I decided to call the game just a ball rolling game, because that's what it is. It's just a ball rolling game. Get it? Alright, now let's make the camera turn around the scene. This should be really easy. Oh wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, maybe it's going a bit too fast. Oof, that's a lot of errors. Okay, let's slow this thing down. Okay, good, everything's working, but the game still looks a bit empty. So once again, I used my amazing 3D modeling skills to create some rectangular prisms. I made a couple of them, and then I duplicated them way too many times. Nice. Now this is what I call a main menu. Excellent. It looks awesome, and everything is working perfectly. Also, my name is Seb, so you better get used to it. Now let's make the levels juicy too. To do this, I got some rocks. No, not that kind of rock. I'm talking about the ones that you can find in nature. If you ever went outside, you would know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that rock is looking pretty slick. So in level 1, I added some prisms and a couple of rocks. But then I realized, isn't this kind of similar to what I just did in the main menu? Yeah, I guess it is. So guess what? When I made a prism in level 2, I kept it straight. Isn't that crazy? And of course, I copied it a few hundred times. What did you expect? It doesn't look that bad, right? Anyway, as much as I love rectangular prisms, I think it's time to switch things up. So in level 3, I created these pyramid-shaped thingies. They look like spikes that are coming out of the ground. Creepy, right? In level 4, I created a bunch of balls, because why not? They remind me a bit of soap bubbles, don't you think? In level 5, I created a bunch of cylinders, because when you think about it, a cylinder is just like a rectangular prism, except it's round, right? For level 6, I made a bunch of oversized beans. Oh, and these have nothing to do with the ones from Super Mario. Yeah, they're totally unrelated. In level 7, I created these gigantic cubes, because cubes are cool. So, by the time I got to level 8, I was running out of 3D shapes. So guess what? I took a pyramid and a rectangular prism, and I put them together, which gave me this awesome spike tower. Naturally, I duplicated it a few hundred times. I think these spike towers make level 8 look very intimidating. That's perfect, because it is the last level after all. Alright, I just decorated every single level. They all look very professional. And the best part is that this only took me like 8 minutes. Totally not 8 hours. Anyway, I fixed a few glitches in the code along the way, and now I think we're ready. That's right, it's time to upload the game. But before that, I need to create the game's icon. You know what an icon is, right? It's the little picture you press on to start the app, like this one, or that, or this one too. Anyway, to create my game's icon, I'll use GIMP, which is a photo manipulation software. And more importantly, it's free. Awesome. And of course, I don't know how to use GIMP, but I'm sure it's not that hard, right? Let's do this. Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. I just created my first ever game icon, or whatever this is. Now let's add this to my game. Finally, I have everything I need to upload the game. That's right, every single level has awesome decorations. My code is actually working somehow. The main menu is looking awesome. And now I have my game icon. Alright, let's export the game. So, I've never really done this before, but after a quick Google search and a lot of messing around with the project settings, I did it. I figured out how to export my game. Let's do it! Now I have my game saved on my computer, and I can actually play it. Isn't that awesome? Oh, and the game was working 100% perfectly. Haha, just kidding. There were a few glitches in the game, so I had to go back and fix them. I also made the game icon a lot simpler, because, you know what they say? Sometimes less is more. I'm still not sure which icon was the best choice. Tell me which one you prefer in the comments section. Anyway, now it's time to build my game for the Windows operating system. Of course, I had to export my game a second time. Then, using the power of the internet, I sent the game to a Windows computer I had access to so I could playtest the game. And of course, the game works great. Awesome! Then I created an installer for my game using enosetup. Basically, it's just a file that allows you to install my game anywhere on your computer. It's more professional than sending someone a zip file. And finally, I created a browser playable version of my game. Alright, now that I have my game built for different platforms, it's time to upload it. I would have liked to put my game on Steam, but that costs money. So I decided to upload my game to itch.io, because it's free to upload your game, and I've heard lots of great things about this website. Well, let's do it. Oops, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, so the browser version of my game isn't working. After lots of trial and error, and hours of reading online forums, I finally got my game to show up in the browser, except whenever you try to load the next level, the game just freezes. Well, that's annoying. Sadly, I'm not a pro game dev yet, so I don't really know how to fix this issue. I guess I'll just come back to it later. If you think you have a valid solution to this problem, please tell me. For now, let's customize the page. Obviously, I had to upload the actual game files, or else you can't play my game, and I know that would make you very sad. Then I added some awesome screenshots of my game. Trust me, I took a lot of screenshots, maybe a little too many. Then I changed the font style and modified the colors a bit. I also had some fun creating the game's banner. Wow, the page is already looking pretty awesome. Then I found this cool website from which I borrowed this texture. I tweaked it a bit, then I set it as the background of my page. Beautiful. My page is complete. All that's left is to make it public. Yeah, so that's it. After about 4 months of development, I finally finished my first ever game, and it feels great. If you want to play this awesome game for yourself, then check out the link in the video description. If you want to see how I built all the levels for this game, then check out this video right there. Also, if you like this video, then make sure to like the video. That's the whole point of the like button, right? Okay, I'm done now. Bye.